This program was produced and first aired on Access Manawatu with support from New Zealand On Air.
Community Access Radio. Access Manawatu.
Welcome to Manawatu Metalheads Radio. Local, national and international on Access Manawatu 999 AM.
This is a heavy metal disclaimer.
This show may contain content which may offend someone out there. These are views reflected by the presenters and not that of the station. Feel free to contact us if you have any issues.
So yeah, you guys are coming down here very soon, at the start of April. Decapitated. I mean, I can't tell you how excited we are to have you coming down. What did you enjoy about coming down here last time? Because I know you guys have been here before.
Yeah, we love it there, man. The people are fucking awesome. You know, awesome venues, awesome crowd. You know, you guys know how to do it right, man. Every time we're down there, we have a blast, man. We look forward to getting down there as often as possible.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. Has it only been the once that you've been so far?
I feel like we've been there twice. I know we've done Australia twice, and I feel like we hit New Zealand both times, but I could be wrong. You know, it's been a while since we were down there. I feel like we've done New Zealand twice, but it may have only been once. Excellent.
Oh, well, as I say, we can't wait to have you down here. I mean, it must be awesome to know that you get to do 3 shows rather than just one this time.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're excited about that, man. Love it. Anytime we can spend any extra time there, that's killer. Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, because you'll get to see a lot more of the country this time.
Hell yeah.
And you'll get to war-torn bloody Christchurch. It's coming up a lot better than it was, but yeah, I mean, when I was down there a year or so ago, it was still looking like it was a war zone. So yeah, getting to see things like that, you know, it's got to be a cool experience.
Yeah, man, we look forward to it.
Excellent. So have you guys ever played with Decapitated before, or is this your first time going out on tour with them?
No, we've done a ton of stuff with them, man. We've done U.S. tours with Decapitated. We've done some European festivals with Decap. When I play in my other band, Decrepit Birth and Decapitated have done tours together. You know, we're like real good friends with Vogue. He's our main dude. And, of course, Rasta over there ripping up vocals with them. Super cool guys, man. We love their music. They're brothers of ours, man. We love taking the stage with them. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a really killer show down there, man.
Oh, that's right. No, I mean, I was lucky enough to talk to Vogue last night in the interview process, and you did right. He's just an absolutely massive guy to talk to, eh? And he lives and breathes the music, and he's just such a creative and an amazingly talented guy. It's you know, must be an absolute honor and pleasure to be able to hang with those guys.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's the man. We love that motherfucker.
Excellent. That's what we like to hear. And okay, so I mean, it's been almost 2 years now since Pinnacle of Bedlam. What are you guys up to as far as any new material or anything? Is that in the works, or are you still just finishing this tour cycle? Or
no, man, we got a ton of the new record done. You know, the lyrical content is all done, the song titles and the concept of the record is done. You know, Terrence is a fucking riff machine, so he's cranked out a bunch of material. You know, and I get over to work with him in his studio every once in a while and, you know, try to throw some bass lines down. And, you know, we're just getting it all together. You know, we got a pretty heavy touring schedule coming up. I mean, it's not too heavy, but, you know, it's you know, Asia, Australia, and then Europe, and then probably a North American to wrap it up. So, you know, between the touring that we got going on this year and, you know, putting the rest of the pieces together, we should have something together for you guys real soon. We're excited about it.
Oh, that's fantastic. I was going to ask you a little bit about how involved you were with the writing process. Do you get to go in and jam with the guys with that, or is it just something that one of the guys does, or two of the guys?
No, you know, the last couple of records, I've been doing like most all of the vocals, most all of the lyrical stuff. You know, putting the concepts together, writing the lyrics, and you know, getting the last minute tweaks from the other guys. But you know, basically, I've been doing a lot of the lyrical content. And Terrence is the major rhythm contributor, where I would probably have to say I'd be the second guy stepping up and putting together the final arrangements, and basically taking his ideas and saying, oh, what about this? And then he goes, oh, that's great. Now let's do this. And then the same thing goes with the vocal stuff. When I get it together, I go and I run it by Terrence, and Terrence and I do the tweaking. So if you look inside Pinnacle, and it says music by and lyrics by, it'll give you an idea who's currently doing most of the stuff. But at the same time, it's an open forum. Anybody that wants to get the material across, they just have to put it up on the table. And lately it's been mostly Terrence doing the music stuff and me doing the lyric stuff. But everybody's involved. There's a little bit less out of certain people and a little bit more out of other people. But it's definitely an open forum where if you're eager and you got something real sick, slap it up on the table and let's see what we can do with it. It's a piece of clay. Let's move it around until it starts taking shape.
Oh, that's magic, mate, and that's what band's being all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and that's where people like Vog must be so inspirational, knowing, that he created so much himself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So, with the tour and your show down under, are we going to get much of or any of the new material, or is it just going to be old material? And how far back do you go?
We go all the way back. We'll play a little bit of everything off of every single record. It's not like we're not one of those bands that you drop a new record and you go out and you only play those songs. We're going to play a couple songs off of every single record, and I don't think you're going to hear anything brand new unless you're in there for sound check. We may be testing out the stage with some new material, but we won't be performing any new songs as a full band. But you may catch a quick glimpse if you come down to a sound check or something, if they let you in.
Oh well, might be worth the crack, eh, mate?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, well, I've got one more question for you before I wrap it up. But the other thing I was just going to ask I can't tell you how excited we are to have you guys back down here again. And back to New Zealand, mate. And I just hope you get a little bit of time off to have a little bit of a peek around the country while you're here, because there's a lot going on. And you don't get a hell of a lot of time. Yeah, well, that's the honour and the pleasure of living here in New Zealand, is that we do have a pretty magic country. But anyway, thanks, we appreciate that, and hopefully we'll get you guys down here more often. But hey, twice to maybe 3 times is pretty damn good, if you ask me. One of the things I was talking to Vog about is that it can be quite difficult to get bands to come just that extra leap from Australia. I mean, Australia has got a far bigger market, but we feel down here, and hopefully that's why the crowds are a lot more receptive, is because we don't quite get it quite exactly, and that's the thing. So that when you come down here and do your shows, you're going to get a very receptive audience, and they're there for they love you guys. But anyway, before we let you go, words of advice for young musicians and that, because you've been experienced, you've got several bands, and you've spent a lot of time in the music industry. What sort of advice could you give for young people that are just starting out?
Yeah, I would say the best advice I've ever been given, or that I could give, as when you're young, you got a lot of passion and you don't have a lot of responsibility, with the real world. So when you're young, you got to put in as much time as you can and really dial in your craft. If you're playing drums or you're playing guitars or bass or vocals, whatever it is, you got to put everything you got into it, and really develop. If you can develop at an early age, you're going to do a lot better, than, let's say, if you wait till you get, into your 40s or 30s or 40s or whatever, and then you go, well, now I want to start shredding. If you're young, you got a lot of free time. You got to put all your eggs in the basket and really rip, spend a bunch of time playing with your metronome, playing with your click tracks, really experimenting with your instrument and your sound. And you got a lot of energy when you're young. Put it all out and get your muscle memory, really ripping at an early age. And then by the time you are in your 30s or 40s or whatever, you're a monster. You're an animal, and nobody can touch you. So I would say just really lay it all out on the line while you got this free time. And definitely don't change for anyone. If this is what you feel that you need to do, put your heart into it. And if it gets to the point where you're like, wow, man, I'm really starting to see these results, don't let anything stop you, because there's no limit to what you can do. And, we look forward to seeing the youth come up and show us how to do it, so we inspire them, and we were inspired by the guys that were older than us. And it's just an awesome cycle that, the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. So definitely put everything you have into it while you're young.
Oh, that's absolutely monster advice, Derek, and we really appreciate that. And as I say, once again, we can't wait to see you guys down here early April. It's just going to be absolutely fantastic. I'll be at the Wellington show, so awesome. I'll try and make some contact with you if possible. But otherwise, we just can't wait to see you here, and I'll be in there with my hair flying.
Access Manawatu is a non-profit radio station.
We exist to help people from Manawatu make programs just like this one.
All of our shows are free to listen to and free to make.
If you like what you hear and you'd like to help us make more,
you can donate through our website.
Go to www.accessmanawatu.co.nz and click on the donate link on the front page to help us keep on giving people their fair share of the air.